Hey, football fans, this is Gary Greene, longtime sports handicapper and professional sports bettor here in Las Vegas for the past 35 years, and this is the Gary Wins videos, and this is our college football bailout game preview of the week. This is the big one that everybody has to bet. When they lose all day, they're going to try to get it back on this one. This is a nationally televised NBC game at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, and this game pits my UCLA Bruins against the crosstown rivals, the USC Trojans. Neither team's had a good season. UCLA's 4-6. The USC Trojans are 5-5. The USC Trojans do come in, though, a 4.5-point favorite. The total is 51.5. Now, UCLA's won 2 of the last 3 meetings. They won last year 38-20. For UCLA, they need to win this game and their season finale to get a bowl berth. For USC, they just need to get 1 win in their final 2 games to get a bowl berth. And they have Notre Dame on deck next week. So this is almost a must-win. This is the biggest game for their head coach, Lincoln Riley. If he loses this game, I got to believe he is gone. It's been a disaster for him at USC for the most part. Never came close to expectations. UCLA, on the other hand, I mean, this team really doesn't have a lot of talent, but they're 3-1 the last 4. They got up off the mat. They got wiped out in the early stages of the Big Ten. Garbers got hurt. They just don't have a whole lot of talent. The linebacking core is pretty good, but overall they kind of play bend but don't break. They had a new offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy, and of course an offensive head coach in Foster. So the pieces were there, but it was going to take time, and they'll just be rebooting again next year. But the funny part about this is USC, that has an offense that's averaging 438 total yards. They switched their quarterbacks last week and went to UNLV transfer Mahava. He had a good game. He had 3 touchdown passes, 259 yards passing. And the problem isn't the offense for USC. That's not why they're 5-5. And the problem really, for most intensive purposes, is not for the defense either. The defense has actually held every one of their opponents to 26 yards or more under their current season average. So usually when you're doing that, you're a winning team, but they found every way to lose. They've blown some games that they should have won. They should be coming in here at least 7-3, but they're not. They will have a situation here where their defense should not have too much trouble with the passing game by UCLA. They're 90th in the nation, and again, Garber, for the most part, has struggled. They squeaked in a couple of wins there, played some solid defense to turn turnovers into scores, but the defense, again, for UCLA has been at least a bright spot, especially of late. They're only allowing 341 yards per game in Big Ten play. That'll keep you in every ball game. And again, the key here is USC's defensive coordinator, Lynn. He was the defensive coordinator for UCLA last year, so he'll know a little bit, but it's a whole new offense, new schemes, and hard schemes to really take in this quick. The Washington Commanders had the same trouble with Eric Bieniemy in the beginning, but I'd expect Lynn to blitz this Garbers kid all day. They have to get to him. He'll make mistakes. He doesn't have a beautiful passing ball either. He will throw an interception here or there. But the big problem, if you watch on my videos, you know, the reason why I'm a winning sports handicapper for 35 years is I stress game tape. Game tape doesn't lie. Stats lie. Game tape doesn't lie. For UCLA, they're going to come into this game. They lost 2 offensive linemen in the prior 2 weeks before this last one. Last week, they lost the left tackle. The kid that's going to start this game at left tackle, the blind side for this quarterback, is a 4th-string walk-on player. You do the math there, okay? Good luck to my UCLA there. When we look at these two teams, UCLA, their last 5 games, 3 wins, 2 losses, 4 decided by a touchdown or less, 3 decided by a field goal. So that's what makes this game tough to lay 4.5. This team's at least hung in there, and I just can't imagine that they're going to let down. This is the Super Bowl for them. And then, of course, they're going to have to win another one. They're going to have to come off a big high if they win and get another win just to get a bowl berth. But this is a team that's been playing a lot better of late. Now, for USC, they're like a Ferris wheel. Up, down, up, down. I mean, this team here, their last 8 games, they've allowed 20 points or more in every single game, which bodes well for UCLA. Again, they got nothing to lose. If there's any trick plays in the bag, they're going to probably be using them for sure. In this one, they may have saved a few to win this game because it's still for bragging rights. But key to the game here, UCLA can't run the ball. They're bottom 10 in the nation. They're not a great passing team. So, they're going to need the defense to come through. They're going to have to, for UCLA to win this game, they're going to have to win the turnover battle, and their field goal kicker is going to have to be maybe called on because they're not so great in the red zone. I mean, the problem here is putting touchdowns on the board in the red zone is not a top-notch effort here by UCLA and Garber. They rank dead last in pass completion percentage in the nation in the red zone. So they're going to have to end up probably kicking some field goals here. They're going to need something good. But Garber's has improved. He's 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in his last 5 games. And, the USC pass rush is the second worst in the Big Ten, so maybe you'll have a little extra time. But again, that's been the case all year for USC struggling, but they're going to go against the weakest link of this team right now for UCLA is their offensive line. But again, all 5 losses for USC have been by a touchdown or less. That's how close to it they could be having a fantastic season. Instead, it's a shit box. For USC, they're winless on the road in Big Ten. It's not a big road game up the street, but it's still a road game. Again, UCLA, they've won 3 or 4, but a lot of it's with mirrors. Look, I'm a UCLA fan. I still can't even understand how they do it. They have no wide receiver threat, one decent kid. Their tight end, though, Matavo, he is a stud. So maybe they can get him open across the middle if there's no pass rush. Get some, move the chains, grind. That's what UCLA is going to try to do here. But again, with USC having Notre Dame on deck, a loss here is going to be a trouble spot for this head coach. And I don't know where you go from here after just leaving in the middle of the night on teams. I wouldn't want to be hiring that guy. But it's 2 bad teams really facing off against each other. The good news is that UCLA has an opportunity to win a 3rd game in 4 years, and I have a lot of friends in California that are USC fans. So go Bruins. No pick on this game, but enjoy this game. And if this is the game you have to bail out on, don't do it. Just wait till Sunday. There's got to be a better game that everybody has in the NFL than betting on this garbage bowl. So have a great weekend ahead. May all your wagers be winning ones. God bless.